Welcome back to Talk Skeleton, the podcast that helps you speak English with confidence, one episode at a time. I'm Skeleton, and as always, I'm very glad you're here.
And I'm Nora. Ugh, I feel like we haven't recorded in forever. I've missed this. I literally walked in today and said, I've had the longest week. And then I stopped and thought, wait, that sentence, that's today's episode.
Perfect example. And if you're new here, welcome. Talk Skeleton is a place where we don't throw grammar rules at you. We help you feel the language. So if you enjoy what we do, please subscribe. It really helps the show, and it means we can keep making episodes for you.
Today we're talking about 3 words that English learners use every single day, but often get confused by. Those words are has, have, and had. They look simple, but they show up everywhere, and if you're not sure which one to use, it can stop you mid-sentence.
By the end of this episode, you're going to know how each one feels, when to use them, and why they matter in real conversations, not just in textbooks. You'll be able to say things like, I have a question, she has some good news, and we had a great time, and you'll feel confident when you say them.
You know, this topic is really personal for me. When I was learning English, I used to freeze up whenever I had to choose between these words. I remember once telling a colleague, yesterday I have a meeting, and they looked at me and I just knew something was off. I didn't know what, but I felt it. That feeling, that's what today's episode is going to fix.
Great. Let's start with the first one, have. And I promise, once you understand how it feels, the other two will click naturally. So let's talk about have. Think of have as your hand. Right now, your hand is open and it's holding something. That thing, whatever you're holding, is present. It's real. It exists for you right now. That's what have means. It's about now. It's about what belongs to you, what you experience, or what you possess in this moment.
Exactly. And have doesn't just mean owning things. It's so much wider than that. For example, I have a headache. You're not owning the headache, but it's with you right now. Or I have a question. You're carrying that question at this moment. Or we have time. That time belongs to your present situation.
Right. And here's something important. Have is used with I, you, we, and they. So I have, you have, we have, they have. Remember that. We'll come back to it when we talk about has.
Let me give you some real-life examples. Picture yourself at work. You're in a meeting and you want to speak. You say, I have an idea. Just like that. Or you're calling a friend and you say, hey, I have some news. Or maybe you're traveling and you tell the hotel receptionist, I have a reservation. All of these are have because they are all happening in your life right now.
And here's one I use. Well, in a way, I have a good feeling about this. That's not a physical thing. It's an emotion. Have works beautifully with feelings and experiences. I have a feeling. I have a problem. I have a plan.
Okay, let's practice together. Repeat after us. Ready?
I have a question.
We have a lot to talk about.
They have a great idea.
How did that feel? If you said those out loud, even quietly, you're already practicing real English. Now, the negative form. With have, you say, I don't have. So instead of I have time, you say, I don't have time. Instead of they have a plan, it's they don't have a plan. Simple, natural, very common in everyday conversation.
And here's why this matters in real life. When you can say, I have clearly and confidently, you sound like someone who knows what they're talking about. You're not searching for words, you're expressing your reality. That's powerful.
So just to hold that in your mind, have is your right now, your open hand holding something real. It's present, it's yours, it's happening. That's have.
Now, here's where it gets a little interesting. We just talked about have, the present, the right now. Well, has is also the present. Same moment, same feeling, but there's one key difference: who we're talking about.
Think of have and has as twins. They live in the same world, the present, but they belong to different people. Have belongs to I, you, we, and they. Has belongs to he, she, and it. That's the only rule, and once you feel that, it becomes automatic.
So let's say you're talking about a friend. She has a new job. Or your boss. He has a lot of experience. Or your phone. It has a great camera. All present, all right now, but because we're talking about a third person, one thing, we use has.
Let me tell you a little story. A few weeks ago, I was describing my neighbor to someone, and I said, she has the most beautiful garden, she has 2 dogs, and she has this incredible energy. 3 sentences, all has, because I was talking about her, one person, and it just flowed naturally.
Here's a tip that I find helpful. When you're talking about yourself, use have. When you talk about someone else, someone, switch to has. It's almost like a small act of respect for the other person's existence. You're acknowledging them separately.
Now, in conversation, the difference matters. Imagine saying, he have a car. It sounds off, right? Versus, he has a car. That S at the end is doing a quiet but important job. It signals this is one other person. This is their reality. And in formal English especially, this distinction is noticed.
Okay, let's do a quick practice. I'll describe someone and you think about whether they need have or has. Ready? Your teacher. Does she have or has a good sense of humor?
She has a good sense of humor because she's one person, not us.
Perfect. Now, your friends, do they have or has a good sense of humor?
They have, because they is plural, and the rule, I, you, we, they, all use have.
Exactly right. Now, tell us in the comments, think of one person in your life, a friend, a family member, a colleague. Write one sentence about them using has, something true, something real. We'd love to read it.
Has is such a small word, but it carries a lot of meaning. It says, this person exists. They have their own life, their own things, their own story. And right now, in this present moment, this is part of that story.
All right, let's step back in time. We've been living in the present with have and has. Now we're going somewhere else. We're going to the past, and our word for that is had.
Had is like a photograph. It's something that happened. It was real, maybe very real, but it's not happening now. It's a memory, a moment that's already passed. I had breakfast this morning. That breakfast? It's gone, but it was real. That's had.
And what I love about had is that it works for everyone. I had, you had, she had, he had, we had, they had. No switching between have and has like in the present. Everyone gets the same word in the past. Very democratic of the English language.
Yes, very fair. So let's think about some real-life situations. You come home after a long day and your partner asks, "How was your day?" You say, "I had a really hard morning." Or you're catching up with a friend and you say, "We had such a good time at that restaurant last week." Or you're at a job interview and you say, "I had a lot of experience in customer service at my last job." Had is how you tell your story.
And this is important. Had is not just for things you owned. It's for experiences, emotions, events. I had a dream last night. She had a difficult childhood. We had an interesting conversation. These are lived moments, and had is the word that honors those moments by putting them correctly in the past.
Let's practice speaking. Say these out loud. Don't just read them.
I had a great weekend.
She had an important meeting yesterday.
They had a lot of problems with the plan.
Did you say those out loud? Really? Because if you did, that's speaking practice. That's your brain and your mouth working together in English. Don't underestimate that.
The negative with had is also simple. I didn't have. Notice, when you make it negative with didn't, you drop the D from had and go back to have. So it's I didn't have time, not I didn't had time. That's one of the most common mistakes, and we'll come back to it.
Now, think about this. Have, has, had. Present, present for others, past. You've already learned all three today. Give yourself a moment to feel that. And let's quickly connect all three. I have a good job now. My old job had very long hours, but my current manager has a great attitude. Present, past, present for someone else. All in 3 sentences.
That's real English. That's how people actually talk.
Okay, so had is your story, your history, the moments that made you who you are today, and now you know how to tell them.
All right, let's talk about mistakes. And I want to say this honestly. Every person who learns English makes these mistakes. We've both made them. They're not signs of failure. They're signs that you're actually using the language.
That's so true. Okay, mistake number 1. This is so common. Yesterday, I have a good day. You hear it a lot, but yesterday is the past, so we need had. The correct sentence is, yesterday I had a good day. The moment is over. Had is your word.
Mistake number 2, and this one trips people up a lot. She have a meeting at 3. Because we're talking about one other person, we need has. She has a meeting at 3. That little s is doing a quiet but important job.
Mistake number 3, and this is the one I made for years. I didn't had any money. Ooh, this one feels right because had is past, but the problem is didn't already carries the past for you, so the verb goes back to its base form. I didn't have any money. Say it with me. I didn't have any money. Much better.
Mistake number 4, mixing up has and have with plural subjects. My parents has a big house. But parents is more than one person, they, so we use have. My parents have a big house. The plural always takes have.
And here's the beautiful thing about all these mistakes. Once you understand why they happen, you stop repeating them. You're not just memorizing, you're understanding, and that's what sticks.
Try this. Write one sentence in the comments using has, have, or had correctly. Just one, and we'll celebrate every single correct one because you made that sentence. That's real progress.
You are doing so well. Seriously, these corrections are just gentle redirections, not judgments. You're not wrong for trying. You're brave for trying, and brave people get better.
Okay, let's put everything into practice with some real situations. Think about each one, choose the right word, and if you can, say your answer out loud. Situation 1, you're telling a friend about your weekend. Do you say, I have a great time, or I had a great time?
I had a great time because the weekend is in the past. Had is your word for completed experiences.
Situation 2, you're introducing a colleague to someone. You say, this is Maria. She, a lot of experience in marketing. Have or has?
She has a lot of experience in marketing because Maria is one other person. He, she, it. So we always use has.
Situation 3, you want to express something happening right now. A problem we need to discuss. Which one?
We have a problem we need to discuss. Present moment, plural subject, have.
Situation 4, talking about your childhood. When I was young, a dog named Charlie. Which word fits?
I had a dog named Charlie. Past experience, beautiful use of had. And can I just say that I love that this sentence feels so personal? That's what language does. It holds our memories.
And situation 5, your own. Make a sentence right now using have, has, or had about your morning, your week, someone you know. Say it out loud. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just say it. Go.
Whatever sentence you just made, that's yours. That's English you created. And real conversation is built on exactly that. Imperfect, personal, real sentences.
I want to pause here for just a moment because I think sometimes we forget what we're really doing when we learn a language. It's not just about grammar. It's about being able to say what you mean, to be understood, to connect.
Yes, and have, has, and had, these tiny words, they're the building blocks of your story. I had a hard year. I have a dream. She has so much strength. These aren't grammar exercises. These are real human expressions. And now you can use them.
You are not just learning grammar. You are finding your voice.
Every sentence you practice, every episode you listen to, every comment you write, it's all part of a bigger journey, and that journey is yours. A calm mind leads to clear English. So breathe. You know more than you think you do.
And remember, Talk Skeleton is here every step of the way.
Let's wrap this up beautifully.
What a journey today's been. We started with have, your present moment, what you hold right now. We moved into has, how you talk about other people's present reality. And we traveled into the past with had, your memories, your experiences, your story.
So let's recap the 3 key ideas from today. Number 1, have is for present moments with I, you, we, and they. I have a question. We have time. Number 2, has is for present moments with he, she, and it. She has a new idea. He has a lot of energy. Number 3, had is for the past, and it works for everyone. I had a long day. They had a wonderful trip.
And you know what? You walked into this episode maybe feeling unsure about these words, and now you have something you didn't have before: clarity, confidence, a real understanding of how these words feel, not just what they mean.
Here is a question to sit with. What's one memory you'd love to describe in English using had? Think of a trip, a meal, a conversation, something that mattered. And if you feel brave, write it in the comments. We genuinely love reading what you share.
And if this episode helped you even a little, please give us a like, subscribe to Talk Skeleton, and share this with someone who's learning English too. Your support helps us reach more learners around the world.
Thank you for spending this time with us. You showed up today, you listened, you practiced, and that matters more than you know. Learning a language takes courage, and you have plenty of that.
See you in the next episode. Keep going. You've got this.